I don't voice how I need help or how I want someone to show up for me. And then I'm disappointed when they don't help me and show up for me. But then when they try to show up for me, I reject it. I say no. And then I suffer alone by myself.
Lost in the dark, searching for something more. Then suddenly the world collides with the presence of God. Eyes lifted in awe, confronted by holiness, truth, and love. When God reaches down, it's not rejection, it's invitation. Held in his hands, the world finds peace, purpose, and love. This is World Meets God podcast with Jar Campbell. Raw, real, no sugarcoating, just truth and love. Stay blessed.
Hey y'all, welcome back to World Meets God podcast with your host, Jar Campbell. Um, I do want to start off by saying that God is good. He's so good and graceful, merciful, and kind. And I'm grateful. I'm thankful and I love him. Um, and I also just kind of want to just talk to y'all. Um, I last week, I don't remember when, where, what day, and I don't think I really noticed I had it. But I think sometimes I can exhibit pride. I can be prideful. Um, and not pride in the alphabet way, the LGBT, whatever it is. I don't even know the alphabets. But I was looking at the biblical definition of pride, and it says in the Bible, pride is presented as a fundamental spiritual flaw, often described as self-worship, self-deception, and the root of all sin. And yeah, and I guess it's not often that I see that in myself. Um, because I truly believe I'm very humble. However, when I am in the position of not being able to do things that I believe I should be able to do on my own, I have a hard time asking and receiving help. Um, I don't like asking for help. I genuinely feel like I have to be able to do it on my own. I feel like asking for help is like a weakness. Um, I don't know. I feel like I have to always have it all together all the time. And I don't know, especially when it comes to my family, more specifically my mother or really anyone. But my mommy, she was trying to help me with something. And I was like, no, nope, nope. You can't help me. And she was like, why? That's my job. I'm your mother. Da, 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 da. You're my daughter. I'm supposed to help you. I'm allowed to help you. That's a mother's job. And I get that and I respect that. And I was like, yeah, but you're my mommy. I'm supposed to take care of you. Da, 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 da. Mm. And I was just talking to her as like, why I felt like that. I was like, well, I said, I said, y'all raised me to be independent. Y'all raised me to, have it all together. And I said, Mama, I've did it my whole life. And I was talking to her And I was like, you remember when we were younger and we used to beg you to divorce dad? And she was like, yeah, yeah, I remember that. I was like, okay, yeah. And then you always told us that, if we wanted, food on the table or, we wanted to all stay together and not be separated in foster home, we had to keep quiet about everything and, just, we just had to shrink and just accept whatever it was. And so in my head, it's like I have to be small or minimize myself or just be okay. I don't know. I don't know. I had to be okay so my mom was okay, if that makes sense. Because if any one of us said anything, this could happen or blah, 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 and we didn't want nothing to happen with my mommy. Because we love my mommy. We love my dad too. But, and I think I just kind of took on that in adulthood. Like, I have to, like, my mom's not allowed to help me. I don't know. I don't know if that was pride or not, but it could definitely be a form of pride. And I don't know, because this pride doesn't even feel good, so maybe that's the wrong word. But she was telling me that I don't have to do it all on my own. She was like, let me take care of you. I'm so used to trying to take care of everybody and everything. I just, I don't know. The thought of someone taking care of me is crazy. Like, it's so crazy to me. But then, and I still really wouldn't let her help me. But I also love the fact that she respected it. I don't know, y'all. I'm still dealing with all this. It's so much. It's been so much going on. So much going on. And I be so tired. So tired. But yet I refuse to let anyone help me. I don't even be wanting to tell anyone what I'm dealing with. Because again, just taught to keep everything in the house, in the family, to myself, because you can't let outsiders know what you're going through. Like I was just taught to just keep it all together. And I feel like a lot of people was taught that. Like I just know it's not just me. Like we were just keep it all together, keep hush, keep quiet. Don't let outsiders know what you got going on inside your home. What happens in this house stays in this house. Like that's just kind of how it was. And so it's like for me to get help, what happens in the house has to get out the house. So it's like I took that mentality of what happens in this house stays in this house. And when I try to keep it contained in this little bitty box or container, I don't allow outside help in, or let's say I slip up and there's a little leak in the container and I do say something. I don't know. You can't help me. I don't want the help. I don't know. And I also feel like they might hold it over my head. I think I'm really just seeing how much more healing I have. Like, I will never, never be perfect. That's a hard pill to swallow. For me, it is. Because not to say that I want to be perfect, but it's like I want to be perfect for other people. I don't want to inconvenience other people. I don't want to take up space, but I'm learning that I'm allowed to take up space and I don't have to feel guilty for taking up space or for needing your help because sometimes I need it. And I'm really trying my hardest to accept it. Like, I don't know, like, even with someone at my job, it was like, oh, well, if you need anything, I will help you. And I'm like, no, it's okay. No, you wanting to help me is more than enough. And truly it is. Truly, truly it is. The fact that they will even want to help me. I don't know, I'm not used to it. It feels so foreign. I'm not used to having a village because it really seems like I do everything on my own. And I have for a very long time. Besides the help of God. God has helped me through everything. There is nothing that I have ever done or ever overcame or accomplished without God. Let's let that be known. I never did anything without Him. And whenever I try to do something without Him, it crumbles and fails and it's not sustainable. Because nothing that I do without Him is worth having or keeping or lasting or it crumbles. It's empty. It's literally empty. And so I'm used to it just being me and God. Like me and God, me and God. Like, yeah, sometimes like God will argue. I know He be here, but it's like I know God gonna show up for me. Because He is God. This is Jesus, my Lord. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Like this is Jesus I'm talking about. Like, yes, He's gonna show up for me. It's God. He said He'll never leave me nor forsake me. So I know He got me. I trust Him. I don't be trusting the people because people are human and flawed and imperfect. And even if I have some of the purest intentions and I'm really sincere, I still stumble and fall and mess up. So who's to say the other people not? Like we are. And it's like, I know stuff happened, but when people don't show up how I think they should show up, I be feeling some type of way. But I also don't voice how I want them to show up or how I need them to show up. But I think I do that to try to protect myself and to not be disappointed. But that really doesn't work because I'd be disappointed anyways because they don't show up how I think they should show up, even though I didn't voice how I wanted them to show up. Yeah, I don't know. That don't even make sense, but that's what I do. I don't voice how I need help or how I want someone to show up for me. And then I'm disappointed when they don't help me and show up for me. But then when they try to show up for me, I reject it. I say no. And then I suffer alone by myself. Kind of crazy when you really think about it. It's kind of crazy. Um, and I believe that is something that God is pruning and cutting on me right now. That's the area that He's working on and working in. Um, and again, I don't know if that's pride, but I feel like thinking that I can do it on my own could be prideful. Not 100% sure. Um, I don't know who I think I am, but I can't do it on my own. Doing it alone feels safe. It also seems like a form of like self-harm. When I really think about it, like I hurt myself before someone else can hurt me, or so no one else can hurt me, but I still be hurt by it. I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like y'all know when like you make fun of yourself before someone else can make fun of yourself. Like you'll talk about yourself before someone else get the chance to talk about you, and you'll make a joke out of it because you think someone gonna talk about you. I know that makes sense. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't want to talk about myself because I love me. But sometimes I'm like, I can't believe I did this. I'm so silly. Da, 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 da. But like, it's because I think someone else would. I don't know. Y'all know. Y'all know when y'all, I know somebody know. Somebody understand. I mean, and if not, I'm sorry. I tried. But I don't know. It's like, I think it's a form of protection. Or at least I think I'm trying to protect me. I'm not. What I'm trying to do, I essentially end up doing the opposite. Me trying to protect me literally ends up hurting me. I don't know, y'all. I guess I'm still trying to work it out. I have a lot of learning and growing and reflecting to do. I don't even think I've even really gave myself time or permission to just sit down and reflect and just be. I've just been trying to be strong and hold it together because I always tell myself, well, I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. It's really crazy how two things really can be true at once. Because yes, I might not be able to do nothing about it, but that don't mean that I need to suppress the feelings that I have towards it, if that makes sense. Like, okay, yes, I know everything's gonna be okay. Like, I get that. However, I still feel the effect or the weight of it. You know, like two things really is true at once, and I literally did a whole episode on it, but it's like it's never just one season. It's never just one thing. Like I guess sometimes I will try to make what I'm learning or what I'm going through black or white, but it's not. It's much more complex. We're not simple individuals. We're very complex. I mean, God's very creative, very, very creative. And so we're not just this or that. We're like a combination of a whole bunch of things. That's what makes us unique and different. We're all different. There's a lot more to us than what meets the eye. Truly. We all have layers. Layers on layers on layers on layers on layers. We all have death. Literally. There's so much more to us than what we allow others to see or what others perceive of us. That's just a fact. There's more to us than what meets the eye. And so just as I'm healing, I'm even uncovering layers that I didn't even know I had. Or, like seeing versions of me that I never seen. Like it's just a process. And again, it also just kind of lets me just see God in like a different light and learn him in different ways because he shows up for every layer and every version. I mean, he really truly is molding me and shaping me. And Yeah. And y'all, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. Sometimes when I be nice or kind or empathetic and sympathize with people and genuine and it bites me in my butt, I be ready to just be like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing it no more. I'm not being nice to nobody no more. I'm not helping nobody no more. I'm not, I don't want to care. Like I be wanting to stop, but that's not me. That's not my character. That's not who I am. So it's like, even when I'm hurting or I'm done wrong or taken advantage of or whatever the case may be, my battle is not letting that change my heart, not letting it harden my heart, not letting that change the genuine care that I give out. Um, and maybe just using more discernment and maybe implementing more boundaries. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And this episode is really just like me talking to y'all. I it's just a conversation with y'all. That's where we at right now. Because life has just been life, but God has been Godding, and I'm just I don't know. I wouldn't say in a season, but I'm just living life. I am. It's really, life is not linear. Nothing is. It's ups and downs, backwards, forward, left and right, everything. It's more complex than what we might want it to be. It really is. And I'm learning that. I need to stop trying to put myself in a box or people in a box or jobs or things or narratives or experiences. It's never just one thing. It can be multiple things, multiple ways. It all depends on how you look at it, which kind of makes me think about, the Bible. Like the words in the Bible never change. They're there. But depending on your heart posture when you read it and where you are in life, you get something different out of it. Just like, how preachers can preach off the same verse, but have three, four, five different sermons, but they're all using the same verse. Like, it's different. You can't put it in a box. It's not, you know, it's simple, but it's not simple. Um, I don't know. And I know I talked about this already, but two things really is true at once. Like, it's just, life is more complicated than we might like it to be, but it's also not as complicated as we make it out to be. Perspective goes a long way. It really does. All you gotta do is shift it and change it. I don't know. God really can do anything and everything. And I love that. I really do. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I hope this helped y'all some way, shape, or form. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation we had. I hope we pray it was beneficial. I hope y'all were able to take something out of it. Pray on it, meditate on it, ask God to soften your heart towards it so you can receive what you need to receive. And I'm going to do the same. And yeah, until next time, y'all stay blessed. Love you. Bye.